Kia ora whānau, I'm Travis O'Keefe. I'm a co-founder of Te Whare Hukuka. Welcome to my home, no mai haere mai. We're here today to talk about some of the problems and solutions that we've found along our journey in working with over 105 Māori collectives and training over 650 Māori trustees. And along that journey we've had a lot of lessons. But if you haven't signed up for our free report, go back and do that now, because it's jam-packed with lots of tips. There's over 50 tips solving some of the most challenging and pressing problems in Māori trusts. So do that now. I'm going to talk about the top problem that came out in a whole lot of research that we did. We researched over 100 Māori trustees. We asked them a range of questions, but we asked this specific one. What is the major constraint or barrier preventing you from achieving your goals in your trust? An interesting question. What came back was the major constraint wasn't people, wasn't time, wasn't money, wasn't opportunities. The major constraint was politics. Politics is another word for raru. It's another word for undermining. It's another word for mana munching. And in the research, what came out was this was overwhelmingly the number one constraint preventing Māori trust from achieving its goal. You know what that looks like? That looks like a trustee goes to a board meeting and then there's another trustee and he says something that mana munches the other trustee. And rather than dealing with it there, the trustee sits there, gets aggravated, gets angry, doesn't say anything, then leaves the board meeting, goes home, it's going around in his head, and he's getting more angrier and angrier, and it's getting pent up, and it's getting building up. Then he's down on the marae, and he starts venting his frustrations. And what happens is, who he's venting it to is Auntie, and Auntie's like getting half a story, and Auntie goes, oh wow, oh boy, oh my goodness. And then she spreads the message down the kumara vine to the next person gets caught of a story, and it goes on down the kumara vine. And what happens is all those people start undermining that original trustee. And then that trustee repeats the pattern. And the cycle goes around and around and around. And so this is the number one barrier constraining Māori trustees from achieving their goals. We also found that after working with 105 Māori collectives, it's the same. 95% of them said the same thing. It's the number one problem. So what can we do about that? Well, we've got an amazing solution. It was inspired by a forestry worker, a tūhoi Māori from deep in the Uriweras, working over in Kawerau, and he found a solution. His name is Jacob Kajabala. And Jacob's quite an inspirational fella. He's got an amazing story for another time, but he tells the story of how he solved this issue. And it's really simple. He calls it brave conversations. So coming up, we've got a solution to solve it. We're going to take you through that.